inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher, unlock the fire in you, cause real women don't bitch, no, real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. This one shouldn't take that long, ladies. Get ready to get your juicy nugget. And that one is, whoa, I gotta change that. I stand corrected. Your juicy boulder. Get ready for it. Listen to me. There's an investment myth that is out there, and we're going to get rid of it right now. It is a bullying tactic in sales. How many of you have felt bullied in a sales conversation where the person that you went to, you believed that they could help you? You genuinely were ready to do whatever it took to get your business to the next level. They were talking to you like, oh, we can really do this. You got excited on the call. You've been excited because you've been following them. You saw the testimonials on their website, or you saw the video case study that they did. And when you got on the call with them or their representative and it came time to make the offer, you knew they were going to cost, but you didn't know they were going to cost like that. And when they said that number that was drastically above your price range for what you were willing to invest, you got hit with the, okay, well, I just want to let you know, I'm really in high demand. And this is an opportunity of a lifetime. I remember when I only used to charge $2,000 and I charge $25,000 for a reason. And my clients get these kind of results. And I just want you to know this deal is not always going to be on the table. If you get off this call right now, by the time you call me back, I can't guarantee that my slots won't be filled or that price point will still be available. This is something that I'm offering you now. I mean, you got to really ask yourself, how sold out are you on your vision and your dream? And what are you doing? What are you willing to do in order to get you there? Because you got to put it all on the line. You've got to show that you really believe in your business. And if you are not willing to invest, what you're telling the universe is that you don't want to grow, that you don't want your business to expand. I know I'm not making nothing up. I know that I'm not. And the reason why I know I'm not making anything up is because I've been on the other side of those phone calls. And some of you have been suckered into that, but without the aggression. So let me make sure that I'm painting the picture very clearly, because sometimes the conversation has looked more like this. I just want you to know that when I started working with such and such, she literally only had $1.03 in her bank account. But she believed in her business so much that she was willing to do whatever it took. And when that moment came for her to work with me at my premium offer of $80,000 a year, she knew that she had to jump. But when she launched her first course, In less than 30 days, she grows 365,000. Because see, she understood where her belief was at. She understood what was important. And she was willing to put it all on the line because she knew that what was put inside of her was what God put there. She knew that the universe had embedded this thing in her and she needed to do right. She needed to do right by this in order to make sure that she would reap the return. And she needed to invest in a level that she would want other people to invest in her too. What are you telling the universe about your dream? What are you telling the universe about your belief that this is really something that you were uniquely called to do? No one can do what you do the way that you do it, but you need my guidance. Same thing. It's just with a different voice tone. And I love to do stuff like that, right? Because here I am, I've got this, very heavy voice. I love it. One of my friends told me I'm kind of sultry like Anita Baker. I might have to, hit a note or two. Now let me stop because I don't sing, but real talk. I understand that sometimes when certain people hear my voice, it may be off-putting to them. But Dennis Kimbrough is a very passionate sounding man, just like Eric Thomas is, but the tonality is different. Both equally passionate, but different tone. I know people that don't like Eric because they be like, he sound like he about to shut him down. And as a woman, I fit that caliber, where Dennis Kimbrough, he ain't no joke, but he may sound more like the preacher from the pulpit telling you, you gonna make it. And so it doesn't make a difference about the tone. It's about the psychological shit that's being dumped on you that's wavering whether or not you say yes or no. I had a conversation with a woman earlier and I just put it out there and I said, you're going to have to stretch yourself. She told me what her financial situation was. And I said, this is going to require a stretch of you. And that stretch is this. But if you will do this, then I will do that. And I'll even give you time to think about it. And I know a lot of people that won't say that. But I listened to her, what was going on with her personally, and I needed her to know that I respected that. And she said, well, if you want me to think just for the sake of thinking, I'll think. But I want to tell you something. The other day, right when I saw your live video and before I saw the post where you put out this offer, I was literally just praying, saying, God, help me out. I'm going to get to August. This woman had already purposed it in her mind that she was going to get to me one way or another. And here it is. I tailor-made an offer and it fit what it was that she needed. Because see, the universe is so divine that it knows what kind of clients you need and it knows the ones that are reaching for you. And some of you, sometimes you have products and services that you could be creating, but you too sold out because your coach told you that if it ain't $2,000 and above, that is bullshit. Some of you have been told that if you charging that much, you greedy and you only about the money. Here I am as a coach to let you know that there's a starting point for everybody, but you need to have a vast array. For instance, and I'm going to use them as an example, and I'm going to bring this back with the whole scaring and all of that stuff. Yes, Walmart advertises as being a low ticket provider. Low cost. They're going for the people that are low income. But you need to know that if there is something high ticket that you want, even up to a damn coffin, if you go on Walmart.com, you can find what you're looking for. They have contracts with all kinds of vendors. I understand Nordstrom ain't no joke. And what you gonna pay for a shirt, if you lucky like I was one time to find a shirt that was marked off like 80% down to $65, but it was bad, and you got it, you're blessed. But even though they have a luxury brand, they also have Nordstrom Rack. And the company that owns them, then they have other companies. So please don't ever get it twisted. These people may not always show their hands, but people understand that as you get into a place with your business, you start segmenting. And you have prices at varying points. You just can't throw all of the shit out there at once because a lot of you need to get focused before you can take that core offer and make it into multiple things. Some of you all are still in the wilderness trying to figure this shit out. And so anyway, back to the situation. This woman was like, I'm going to tell you right. I said, no. I said, I was respecting your position. But if you don't need to think, tell me what your answer is. She said, oh, I'm moving. because I already prayed for this. And right when I prayed for it, look at what you've done. I said, okay, so let's seal the date. And if you do X, Y, and Z by this date, this is what's on the table. If you don't, then it's okay. We'll let it go. No scare tactics. But many of you have been a victim of this. And because you've been a victim of it, or it's because what you've always seen, it has left an impression on your mind when it comes to selling. And please understand, your experiences become real. And those real experiences shape your opinion about selling. Those experiences, not only do they shape your opinion, they shape whether or not you jump out there. And that needs to be reframed in your mind. Everybody that's selling is not scaring the shit out of people, because that is not in integrity. I don't need to tell you you're going to miss a price point if you don't invest with me today and let you know that it's going to be 10 times greater tomorrow. And the reason why a lot of you all can't stand that tactic is because you like, but if I say this and 3 months later, if that person doesn't buy, but they come back and they see on my website, I still have the same price, I'm going to look like a fraud. It's okay to say those things, but it feels a whole lot better if you say, hey, I'm so glad we connected. The energy is on point right here. I've got this offer, but I do want you to know it's only for early birds. And once this date passes, that price is no longer there. Completely different verbiage, completely different scenario. What lies are you believing about sales? What scenarios are you played with that is forming your opinion about selling? Because selling is a very unique, authentic conversation where two people with mutual benefiting circumstances collide. One person needs, one person has something to give. One person exchanges money for a benefit. It is a very natural, occurring circumstance. No scare tactics, no bullying. Okay? If you find yourself sometimes being plagued by your circumstances, I want to encourage you to go to closethesales.com and get my free webinar where I talk about the number one killer of sales and how you create a connection so clients cash out. A genuine connection, not a manipulated connection. That's CLOSETHESALES.com. Close the sales, because we're going to close more than one. www.closethesales.com. Tap into that webinar. See how thorough I am. And let me just also put this out there really quick. I do it in less than 50 minutes. That's with intro and all. And I'm in there giving some meat. Okay? I know a lot of people scare the shit out of you and get on your nerves because they talk to you for 90 minutes and you kind of feel like you had a couple of aha moments. But a lot of webinars are predictable, right? They're going to say this, then they're going to say you're in the right place if, and then they're going to say this, and you feel like you can predict it. You can't predict what I'm going to give in this webinar. You absolutely cannot, because August is going to be 100% authentically August. Yes, I understand positioning conversation. Yes, I understand there are certain elements of a webinar that should be there. But at the time, I'm telling you right now, when I'm putting my best out there, I don't have time to bullshit. If I'm going to give you something, I need to give it while the getting is good. See, what's wrong with a lot of you all are being taught to give bullshit, when you really need to be giving something of a high caliber, because the people that are coming to you are cold contacts and they need to know that something that you're giving is going to be of the highest degree. They need to know and be like, okay, she blew me away. And you need to not be afraid that you gave away so much that now they don't need you at all. Position your shit correctly. I'm saying this to you as a business coach. So listen. You don't need to be afraid to invest, because the honest to goodness truth is the investment will not turn your business around. You could pay somebody like me $6,000. You could pay somebody else $20,000. You could pay somebody else $50,000. But if you don't have a brand, you have low visibility, you trying to discover your product, you introducing a brand new product to the industry. I don't care how much money you have to put in investing. You could deplete your entire savings of your 401k. The money is not what's going to skyrocket your business to the top. It's a lie to believe that your investment has a direct correlation with your success when it only hinges on a dollar amount. Okay? It's a lie to believe that the more that you invest, the faster you progress. You cannot cheat and take the escalator to success. Everybody has to take the stairs. And some of us do get up a little faster than others because we are in better shape. Our businesses are better conditioned. But don't get it twisted. Some of us can run, but nevertheless, you still got to get up the stairs anyway. Some of you have been in your business working in corporate America for 20 years. Then you branch out and decide to do your own thing. Those 20 years was part of you trudging up the steps. When you get up to that, close to that end of that final flight, now you running because you got 20 years worth of muscle behind you. But somebody else with a similar vision, who's never done what you've done before, who doesn't have the reach, who comes from a family who always said they wouldn't be nothing, do nothing, and nobody in there is entrepreneurs, and maybe they've always been a blue collar worker, now all of a sudden has $1 million idea. They don't necessarily have to take 20 years, but maybe there's a strong, solid 5 years that they really do have to invest in their business, and going to pay somebody else $1 million is not going to make their brand grow in no 90 days. You guys want real hardcore coaching? That's why I'm here. So today's topic is your investment is not going to catapult your business to the level you needed to go to. You got to get out here. You got to put in the work and you got to sell. And if selling feels awful to you, then go to closethesales.com and opt in for that free webinar and see what it is that I really teach so that you can begin to get comfortable with your expertise so that you can start talking to people and changing some lives. All right, this is your girl, I'm outie. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in